makes waves at Gig Harbor. A salute to this hardwood hitter and her Iraqi war veteran father. And Rudy turns the pages of the memory book. Gather round, everyone. The Blitz starts now.
High School Sports Blitz with Paul Sylvie. Get into the Blitz.
Good morning and welcome to the Blitz. There's no time to dawdle because we've got a lot of show to get to today.
O'Day celebrates homecoming with a win over Bainbridge. Quarterback Michael Weber pitches to Quentin Richardson. 2 touchdowns for Quentin in this game. Almost gets a third right here. Richardson shakes 2 tacklers early, then brushes off a few more on his way to the 1-yard line. That leads to a Yori Ferguson touchdown. Irish win it 19-0. The Capital Cougars with their game face on, squaring off with Lincoln. Check out the big hit by the Abe's Roman Pula. Comes out of nowhere. Bang. Good game between these two teams. Evan Petty hands to Michael Peters. He bolts right through the line and into the zone. Lincoln comes back. Quarterback Milner DeMarcus hands to Pula. He powers in. Capital goes on to win it 23-13. Archbishop Murphy out to another fast start against Kings. Stan Smith breaks loose on the Wildcats' first play from scrimmage. Takes it outside and motors down the sideline. Smith goes 66 yards for a touchdown. Big game for Smith. He rushes for 4 touchdowns. Takes this one to the house. Archbishop Murphy wins it 49-7. The Eagles of Issaquah pumped up and ready to roll against Mount Si. Issaquah strikes in the second half kickoff. Joe Fike fields the bouncing ball. Gets a great block from Luke Clemens. That sends Fike on his way. The Wildcats giving chase, but they're not going to get him. Fike goes 85 yards to cut the lead to 3. Strange play here. Mount Si's Rollins Smith airs it out, only to get picked off by Garen Hammermaster. Watch 27 drop the hammer. That's Eric Alexander punching the ball loose. Dallas Levy recovers from Mount Si, and they start all over. Nice pass from Smith to Kyle Miley. Mount Si wins it 40-23. White River's offense in for a long night against Franklin Pierce. Justin Grand rolls out, completes the pass, only temporarily. Ball pops loose, Cardinals pick it up, and that's Lamont Ufubai. Down the sideline for a nice return. Grand tries it again. This time he gets hit while he throws. Josiah Flanagan picks it off. He's going to the house. One of Flanagan's 2 touchdowns. Nothing going right for the Hornets. I know, I'm in shock too. Franklin Pierce wins it 21-7. Bothell taking on Inglemore. Quarterback Cody Atkinson hits Evan Williams. Loses the football, but Luke Jones is Jonesy on the spot. He recovers to set up a Cougars touchdown. Jones rushes for 108 yards and a touchdown. He lunges into the end zone here. Vikings quarterback Giovanni Lerner hands to Caleb Jessup. Great run. Breaks a couple of tackles. Turns it into a nice game. He later scores, but it's Bothell winning 28-14. Curtis and Federal Way. Donnie McConaughey with a quick toss to Jay Davis. That's a touchdown for the Feds. That cuts the lead to 14-6. Curtis quarterback Jordan Rasmussen looking deep. Finds Eric Slade. And Slade with 1 touchdown in the game. Curtis beat Federal Way the final 35-14. Rainier Beach with a big game against Chief Self. Bonzel McDowell around the left side. He's just getting started. The Seahawks can only watch as McDowell races 92 yards for a touchdown. 12-0 Beach in the first quarter. Second quarter doesn't get much better for the Hawks. Latrell Snipes flies wide left. 4th down play. He converts. Touchdown. Beach wins it 58-12. Meadowdale taking on Mariner. Matt Johnson hands to Eric Rabin. Turns it into a foot race. 25 yards for a Mavericks touchdown. Mariner quarterback Tyler Tuiasosopo hands to Mawilla. Mawilla, he make it. Of course he will. He goes 64 yards for a touchdown. Mavs crank up the air attack. Great catch by Jacob Clampett. In triple coverage with the Beverly Hillbillies all over him. Clampett makes the grab. Meadowdale wins it 42-25. Hazen and Renton. Easton Johnson takes the handoff and motors 37 yards for a touchdown. Highlanders looking good early. Renton trying to keep pace. Quarterback Justin Gunn finds Miguel Graves. It's what you do after the catch. Great effort by Graves. 65 yards for a touchdown. Hazen goes on to beat Renton 58-21.
There are guys who have the tools to play one position perfectly. Then there are the guys who have the qualities to play most any position. Both apply to Gig Harbor senior safety Jake Merrill, whose expertise at DB is getting him noticed. While you can't help but notice, he's everywhere. Jake Merrill is the Dairy Queen Prep Profile.
I played outside linebacker, played safety, I played cornerback, I punted, played wide receiver, I played wing, halfback, fullback, I played tight end. What else have I done? I pulled for PAT, I played quarterback. Besides all the offense and defensive line stuff, I pretty much played it all.
Well, the combination of his size, being all of the 6'2" and, between 190 and 200 pounds, and then he has good speed. He has real good top speed for a guy that size, and he's a knowledgeable football player. He enjoys the contact. That's his strongest asset is his ability to seek contact, and he has a very high pain threshold too.
Everyone has their own technique when they play defensive back. You got the speedy guys, love to make the interceptions, they'll wrap up around the ankles, and then you got different guys love to make the big hits, and then you got guys who can do it all. I guess they could say I'm known for the way I hit and my aggressiveness. The reason I'm good at it, I just like to play the game of football, and especially on defense. I love to play defense, and I've always been an aggressive kid even when I was small. So when I got out there and finally got to play safety, watching all the big hit films on NFL Network and all that stuff, I knew how to play. And so when I saw a receiver come across the middle and I knew that ball got floated up in the air, it was either mine to pick off or that guy's going to be punished.
It gets contagious. When you get one or two kids that like that contact and seek it, then the guy next to him, he feels that energy. And that's something that Jake's had with him, even as a sophomore. It's changed a little bit this year because now some of those guys he's had in the huddle with him right now aren't there. And so he's the guy that guys are looking to on defense.
While Jake's love of the game drives him on the field, he realizes the balance the game must take in life.
Not all of us get to go to the NFL. Not all of us get to go play college football. But if you can make it to college, and if you can, do well in high school, then that will carry you a lot farther than football will. And academics is a big part of me.
And it's probable Jake will be playing college ball next season, as virtually every Northwest major college football program is after his services. Much more to come on the Blitz, including Franklin's Game in the Life. A returning soldier finally gets to play dad again for this Annie Wright standout. And the Scots of Shorecrest are rolling along behind the legs of Jesse Hoffman. His story is on the way. But first, the DQ Trivia Blitz. Last week, we asked, what do the teams at Lakes and Kennedy share? The answer is their nickname, the Lancers. The winner is Jason Roush. For the DQ prize pack this week, tell us why the Blitz moves to 8 p.m. next Saturday night. The answer comes later in the show. To play, go to sports@king5.com and click on the Blitz. And the King 5 High School Sports Blitz is brought to you by Dairy Queen. DQ something different.
Look for cars.com on king5.com. Join Joyce Taylor and Brad Good for King 5 Morning News. Weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on King 5 and 7 to 9 on Kong 616.
It's tube time for Northwest Kids. Here's what's happening next week on King 5.
Hey, John, do you...
They're hard to put down. The new quarter-pound mushroom Swiss grill burgers at Dairy Queen. Do one and DQ something different.
You could say it's a grand day here at Corms Peel Suzuki, where we have the largest selection in the state of the rugged 06 Grand Vitara. Our employee discount sale is in full swing, meaning you can buy the Grand Vitara for what our employees pay. The Grand Vitara is tough enough to take you on a backcountry adventure while offering the ultimate in comfort and utility. And every Suzuki comes with America's #1 warranty. So don't miss this great opportunity to save. Make the smart move. You pay what we pay! At Corms Peel Suzuki, a mile north of the fairgrounds.
It's the day when emails sleep peacefully in office computers. It's the day when dress shoes hide in the closet. Sunday is coming, and Sundays were made for the Seattle Times and Seattle Post-Intelligencer. In this Sunday's Seattle Times travel section, learn how to explore China, one of the world's fastest-growing travel destinations, without a tour group. Pick up a copy and put more Sunday in your weekend.
Drive, shift, experience. New Nissans cost less at Nissan of Fife. Save now more than ever with Nissan of Fife's employee discount. Now you can save like the employees do. Nissan of Fife, exit 137 off I-5. Experience the savings today.
We're the Franklin Quakers, and you're watching High School Sports Clips on King 5.
Mario Bailey has a vast amount of football experience, from the Huskies title team to the NFL, Arena Ball, and the XFL. Now he's bringing all that knowledge to Franklin. This is the Quakers' Game in the Life.
I mean, everywhere I've been a champion, and I try and instill that. You know, I'm cocky that I think that even I'm not playing, just me feeling that cockiness and swagger that I can put that over on them. Right now it hasn't worked, but I believe in time it will.
We missed a couple touchdowns because you stopped running. Run, defense. That offense should never score a point on us ever. Ever. Matter of fact, defense, you should score this half. We're going to win. I promise you we're going to win. We are going to win tonight, I promise you. I want you to make sure you go out there pumped up. Be pumped up. We're on defense first. Get the ball back right now. Right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I need them to know that I believe they can win. I mean, because if your coach doesn't believe you can win, how can you believe in yourself? I personally believe we have the talent to do it.
When we come in the game, we need fire, smack them first. We need to do it first. We need to smack it first. We need to score it first. We need to make it hit first.
Basically, what he says, to get to another level, you have to have discipline. Second, you have to ball out 100% every play, every game. That's what he tells us before every game, before every practice. He said, I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere you can think about. I played football for 20 years. That inspires me. I'm getting coached by a person that's been places, that's been somewhere. So that inspires me to play 100% play, game, practice, everything.
Small success would be just winning a couple games, you know, and just getting our confidence that we can win, you know. But to me personally, success is winning a championship. I don't know nothing else but winning. And just trying to install that in these guys and trying to, you know, have everybody come together as one to do that is what we got to do.
Very, very important to give a guy a pat on the back, to let him know you've seen him make a good play. That way he knows he took a step forward, and that'll give him some confidence going into the next week or the next day of practice.
Let's switch gears now as we turn our attention to the volleyball and soccer highlights.
Up in Everett, the Seagulls take flight against Linwood. Good chase here, and Rayclynn Hawkinson pays the price. She'll trade the bruise for the gold. And talk about your perfect shot. Mikkel Bigelow with the high arcer. Nails it. Everett wins it 8-1. Bainbridge comes across the water to Lakeside. On the penalty kick, Lizzie Seligman scores the Spartans' only goal. The Lions find the net 4 times. This one, some good hustle by Juliana Schott. Stays with it and puts it home. 4-1 Lakeside. It's Mount Rainier in white. It's Highline in white. Somebody get a road jersey. Ashley Vaughn sets Vila Enelico. Point Highline. Mount Rainier is going to take this one to 5 games. Alvina Fasili up for Louisa Cafusi. Enelico finds the right spot again. Highline wins 15-9 in the 5th. Eastside Catholic doing something down there in the pregame against Holy Names. The Cougs playing pinball. Sarah Andel gets it up, and Claire Eagle brings it down. Lauren Wood for Jenna Raruka. Hammer. Point Eastside. Felicia Salcido back sets Amanda LaRussa. That goes, as do the Cougs. Holy Names wins in 5. It's been a good couple of weeks for Annie Wright volleyballer Sarah Gann. She gets to be on TV, and her dad is home to see it. Sarah Gann and her 3.75 GPA is this week's Cartoys Academic Achiever. Sarah Gann is a student athlete playing the game she loves, volleyball. And ironically, the day before our crews arrived at Annie Wright School, something else great happened in Sarah's life. Her dad, Joe, returned home from his 1-year deployment in Iraq, serving with the United States Army.
You get to longing to get back home and for the normalcy of just being with your family, but I mean, it was good in knowing that Sarah was involved in as much as she was with school and sports and everything, and doing as well as she was. So.
Well, it's always emotional, you know, having your dad come back from wherever he might be. But yesterday was, I think, a little more emotional than I've been ever. There was a lot of crying, but I was very happy for my dad to be back.
And now Dad can get back to doing what he does best, going to volleyball games and cheering for his daughters. Life doesn't get any better than that.
I'll be the stereotypical, you know, dad in the stands, you know, out there screaming, that's my daughter, you know, that kind of stuff. No, I'm looking forward to it, especially because I know that she's been doing so well. So.
And Sarah is doing very well. She absolutely loves being at the Annie Wright School. She would like to pursue a career that is, well, somewhat covert. Sounds like she's following in her dad's footsteps, kind of.
It might sound kind of kiddish, but I would like to be in the FBI. You know, field work, interrogation, that kind of thing I like. It sounds interesting to me, and so we were actually talking about that this morning with my parents, so yeah.
These days, Sarah gets to talk to both of her parents. We would like to wish the entire Gann family our best. Joe, Sarah, sister Stephanie, and mom Erin. And each week, Car Toys makes a $100 donation in honor of the academic achiever. This week, the award goes to the Annie Wright Volleyball Program. Up next, the Apple PT Sports Tip. Plus, Shorecrest Jesse Hoffman runs wild in the prep zone. And we'll go on a cross-country jaunt with actor Sean Astin. Stick around.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month is the perfect time to give your whole body some attention. Join Curves the week of October 10th and we'll waive the service fee with proof of a current mammogram. Because at Curves, we care about you and your health.
I'm a neat freak. I'm obsessive compulsive. I want you to be able to eat off my floors.
I gotta get a life.
I love Roomba.
I call my Roomba the little guy.
From wood floor to ceramic tile to carpets.
The Roomba gives me so much more free time.
The other day I went back to bed and came out and everything was done.
It gets under the sofa. I don't have to kneel down and actually vacuum.
If I was a piece of dirt on the floor
and the Roomba was coming for me, I'd probably say, oh no.
Uh-oh, I'm gone. That's it.
The Roomba is more intelligent than some people I know.
Does a much better job than I would do if I was vacuuming myself. It works.
It is a full-featured robot.
I turn on the Roomba and it goes do-do-do-do.
I know that it's about to do a great service for me.
Let the little guy through.
It goes in a circular pattern, and then it takes off into a direction. It's got a little wisp that whips around and cuts the edge.
The Roomba finds more dirt than humanly possible.
He wants to pass by you.
I love robots.
I love robots.
I love robots.
I love robots. Yes, I do.
I don't know why I didn't buy one sooner.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Join Curves the week of October 10th, and they'll waive the service fee with proof of a current mammogram. For more information, log on to the lifestyle section at king5.com and click on Curves.
After years of being the star, one running back finds the importance of making it all about the team. Lisa Gangle finds Jesse Hoffman in the prep zone.
Jesse Hoffman, the senior, isn't the same young running back that crossed the goal line as a freshman. This year, he has a more mature, more selfless approach to the game.
In the past, it was all about him, and now it seems to be all about the team. And so that maturity level has helped him tremendously.
Often described as the go-to guy, Hoffman knows his value to the team. Against Meadowdale last Friday, he ran for 233 yards and 3 TDs, but he also knows his season totals of 1,156 yards and 15 touchdowns wouldn't nearly be as high without his mate.
I'm the running back, and I need blockers, so they're not going to block for me. I can't get anywhere without them. So they're pretty much the foundation. The line's the foundation of the team.
A few hits, a lot of yards, and a couple years in a Scott's jersey has Hoffman leading the green and gold, both in numbers and good old-fashioned high fives.
They know that I'm not just playing for myself, and I'm playing for them too.
Let's go. Well, that's one of the things that we expect of him, to be a leader. And he's taken on the role, and the kids are reacting to it and following his lead and trying to play at his level. It's elevated our whole team up.
So this leading man, ironically known as Hollywood, has created an ensemble cast that's garnering rave reviews for the program. In Shoreline, Lisa Gangle for the Blitz.
And now we'll see if Jesse and his Shorecrest teammates remain undefeated as we go border to border. Chasen Gardner finds Kevin Ramos in the end zone. Billy Green on the coverage, not in time. Jackson gets out to a 28-7 lead. Anthony Davis powers in behind good blocking from Hunter Spencer. Jackson wins it 38-20. In Spokane, Lewis and Clark hosting Clarkston. Big night for LC's Ethan Robinson, racks up 143 yards on the ground. Christian Collins takes the handoff, powers in. Lewis and Clark wins it 28-0. Pullman and Riverside. Pullman's Justin Irwin fields the opening kickoff, fakes the handoff, and the cameraman. Irwin cuts it to the outside, picks up his escort. Cover me, Goose. Irwin takes it 82 yards to the house. The Greyhounds take the early lead and never look back. J.C. Sherritt takes the handoff, runs up the middle, hits the Jets. Sherritt finds the end zone from 52 yards out. J.T. Levenseller, he finds Aaron Pflugrad in the end zone. Pullman racks up 528 yards. Total offense, Greyhounds roll 62-7. Central Valley and Gonzaga Prep scoreless in the fourth quarter. CV drives the length of the field, but coughs it up in the red zone. That sends the game to overtime. Central Valley gets another shot. Zach Evans drills the game winner. 42-yard field goal. CV wins a close one, 3-0.
Time now for the Sports Injury Tip of the Week, brought to you by Apple Physical Therapy, with 20 clinics around the Sound. Here's Chris Seagrave with help for your bumps and bruises. Donut pads.
Football players and other contact sport athletes inevitably suffer a variety of bumps and bruises. Some are mild, while others can be severe enough to limit further play. Here's a way to protect a painful contusion, allowing for a safe, comfortable return to the field. Cut a piece of firm felt or foam into a donut. The rim of the donut should be larger than the contusion itself. Place the donut around the contusion so that the painful area sits in the donut hole. Place a protective pad over the donut and secure everything in place with an ace wrap or tape. The padding will disperse any direct forces to the donut while keeping the contusion out of harm's way. If you have any questions about managing your sports injuries, please contact me, Chris Seagrave, via our website at applept.com.
That's your tip from Apple PT. Local roots, local ownership, local commitment. He played Sam in the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the title character in Rudy. Now, Sean Astin takes us back to the day he ran a cross-country race for Crossroad High in Santa Monica, California.
My fastest time for 3 miles was, was 18 minutes, 3 6-minute miles. I think I finished that one in like 22 minutes because I came out of the box. My first mile was like a 4.5-minute mile, and the second was like a 12-minute, and I hit the wall, and I did not plan well, and it was hot. And I never forget coming up over the hill and seeing my coach, because he was coming up over another hill to see what we were, and he looked at me just as soon. I saw like the top of his head before he saw me, so I picked up the pace, and he looked at me, he's like, "What happened? Where did you go? Did you like get lost?" You know, and I'm like, it's just bad.
Production assistance provided by GameTapes.com. DVDs of this show and any Sports Blitz program can be ordered at GameTapes.com. For all your Washington State football, basketball, and lacrosse championships and the very best sports from across the country on DVD, go to GameTapes.com.
King5.com. Online coverage you can count on.
Through Monday, only at Car Toys. Buy any wireless phone and get $30 in free gas. Verizon Wireless, Singular Wireless, T-Mobile. Guaranteed low prices and free gas. Everybody goes home happy.
Car Toys, a better way to go.
So I guess I was just hoping she'd be more emotionally available, you know? We ask precious little of them.
Hey, how cute is that?
Very. Is that titanium or
carbon fiber?
Can I get an opinion here?
Some things just don't fit. Fortunately, there's a bank that does. Introducing Perfect Fit Loans from Sterling Savings Bank. The right loan at the right rate, perfectly matched to your needs.
I really like it.
Sterling.
No.
The Perfect Fit Bank.
Alan Gamblin in Enumclaw. You know, I'm just bloated with used cars, and as we lined up 50 to go to the auction, my salesman said, hey boss, let's just wholesale these to the public and earn a customer. And we're gonna do just that, starting with this Ford Taurus at only $1,500, all the way up to this beautiful Cadillac Escalade. 50 vehicles have to go. When they're gone, they're gone. So hurry in today or check us out on the web.
You got to see the gambling man.
Protect your valuables with a state-of-the-art wireless HomeGuard security system. No other security company offers a better value with zero down, zero interest financing on a custom system. Act now, and HomeGuard is offering new customers monthly monitoring for only $19.95, the lowest of any major full-service provider. Switch, and we'll even convert your competitor's system for free. Call today and compare. Then rest easy and save with wireless, worryless security from HomeGuard.
Through Monday, only at Car Toys. Buy any wireless phone and get $30 in free gas. Verizon Wireless, Singular Wireless, T-Mobile. Guaranteed low prices and free gas. Everybody goes home happy.
Car Toys, a better way to go.
The King 5 High School Sports Blitz is brought to you by Dairy Queen. DQ, something different.
Here's this week's Top 10, presented by Legacy Roofing. There's seemingly no stopping number 1 Bellevue, but 2A's Archbishop Murphy and 3A's Ferndale are right there. Skyline tops the 4A team. Puyallup and Ording make moves, while Capital and Olympia round out the top 10. Legacy Roofing, proud sponsors of high school athletics.
There's no doubt about it. Lori Creighton loves Olympia High volleyball. She's been a role model for 27 seasons as the Bears head coach. And she's our coach who makes a difference. In 1998, Olympia finished a Cinderella season by winning a state volleyball championship. Lori Creighton would like to pass those lessons along to this year's squad.
Letting these kids know that you don't have to be the highly ranked team or have necessarily the best athletes, but a lot of it is about playing hard, playing together, playing one point at a time, focus on the process and not focus on the outcome, and then anything's possible.
Lori Creighton has been the head volleyball coach at Olympia High School for 27 years. Coaching volleyball and being a role model is something she always wanted to do.
I love the sport of volleyball, so I was interested in finding a way that I could connect with kids so that I could hopefully be an example of things that would help them be successful in life. And in our program, we try to teach character values, really more about teaching life skills while we coach the game of volleyball.
Before we go, here's a reminder that we're moving again next week. Due to Samsung Women's Golf, we're going prime time. The Blitz airs next Saturday at 8 p.m. right after the NASCAR race. And if you want to see the highlights again and some features from today's show, go to sports@king5.com and click on the Blitz. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Saturday night. Awards for Coach Who Makes a Difference, supplied by Northwest Trophy, providing the Northwest with awards since 1938. Visit their locations in Bellevue and Seattle, or on the web at www.nwtrophy.com. Technology for the Sports Blitz, custom built by Microcomputer Systems, your Apple specialist, bringing schools, communities, and people together with technology. Visit our store in Linwood, right behind Walmart, or on the web at micro-computer.com.